Hey guys, welcome back to another 2024 presidential election prediction. Today I'm doing something a little different. Rather than pitting American politicians against each other, I'm going a more international route. So today I have President of Russia Vladimir Putin against President of China Xi Jinping, with their running mates being Jair Bolsonaro, President of Brazil, and Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada, respectively. Now, just a disclaimer, I have these as, I have Vladimir Putin on the Republican side just because of his reasonably close relationship to Donald Trump, despite no official endorsement from him for either of his campaigns, I believe. Bolsonaro has, however, officially endorsed President Trump, at least in his re-election bid. I don't think Jinping or Trudeau endorsed anyone in either election. But they're here. But Jinping and Trudeau are left-wingers, of course, Jinping being to the left of Trudeau. But that's why they're in the Democratic column and Putin's in the Republican column due to his relationship to Trump. I should also mention with political parties that both Vladimir Putin and Jair Bolsonaro have had multiple affiliations in the past. However, today I believe both are independents. Jinping, however, is the General Secretary of the Chinese Communist Party, and Justin Trudeau is the leader of the Canadian Liberal Party. So with that out of the way, let's get all these safe states out of the way. All right. I think that President Trump will be more inclined to back President Putin in this race, which will gain him the support of basically all of these deep red states. Biden, I think, will push less for Jinping. Let's see how that works out. I think Alaska's its usual margin. Nevada's close, though I think Jinping. Arizona. The whole Sun Belt goes to Putin just because he simply isn't Trump. Florida's actually likely for the Republican Party. Well, Putin, I mean. You know, Trump's home state, he'll push a lot for him here. Texas is likely. You know, Putin will perform better than Jinping because, I think, how should I put this? Both are authoritarians, but Jinping is noticeably left-wing while Putin is an independent. I mean, sure, he was part of the Communist Party, which was, of course, left-wing, but his relationship with Trump complicates that, and I think that being ambiguous, his ideology will help him in a lot of these swing states. Which is why I see him winning the Rust Belt by lean margins. Ohio by likely margin, as Iowa, and by a tilt margin, Minnesota. They will win here because Jinping will be seen as too far to the left, not appeal to these white working class voters who will defect to the Trump side of things, as we saw in 2016. Nebraska, who cares? Urban area, rural areas, Republican, Democrat, right-wing, left-wing. Putin wins North Carolina by a tilt margin. just because it's pretty inelastic in general. New Hampshire is trending a little more left, but I still think it's going to be a tilt. Maybe they'll have a Republican senator and Chris Sununu by this point. I honestly don't know. Putin will appeal to these, rural voters in Maine District 2. But the rest will side with the Democratic Party, Xi Jinping. And so that's it. These videos are honestly pretty boring because it's hard to, come up with interesting candidates, interesting joke candidates, especially considering how divided our country is now. And I think that this election wouldn't help to, would just fan the flames of this division, honestly. Just because of how extreme the candidates are. Vladimir Putin and Bolsonaro become the first president and vice president to not have been born in the United States. Probably a few constitutional issues there. Jinping and Trudeau go back to governing in their own countries. Countries that kind of need them where they are. All right, I'm just going on